Well, isn't it? It's way too short to be ordinary. Crazy is what you want. Crazy should be your goal. Living on the edge, standing at the edge of a cliff and jumping. I did. I explained that in some of my older videos. Anyway, I explained what I'm going to talk to you about now, but I don't know. It's important enough to rehash. Uh, look, everything you pay tax wise is a percentage. Your gas tax is a percentage of the price. Your property tax is a percentage of the value of your home. Your income tax is a percentage of the weekly or biweekly or monthly salary you make. Uh, all taxes. Sales tax is a percentage of the price that you pay at the register. And, when prices don't go up, taxes don't go up. So uh, the Republicans can't raise taxes. It's against their rules for their party. But they do raise taxes. They just don't tell you they raise taxes. It's simple, but they do it in such a way that you don't argue. You don't riot in the streets. You don't not vote for them because you don't even know they did it. You don't realize it's coming from them. They blame other people, like the gas companies, they blame them raising the tax, raising the gas prices. And as we see with Iran, it's the president that raised the gas prices to raise the taxes. And that raises the price of all the goods that rely on gasoline to get to market. So the market price goes up, and all the taxes, the sales taxes, and all the taxes related to that go up as well. Um, he's trying to get the Fed to lower the the value of money by lowering the interest rates, which makes money cheaper, which also devalues money and makes the prices of the goods at market go up. And that's why they raise the interest rates to bring the prices down, making money more expensive. But when the prices go down, the tax dollars go down. So they don't want that. That's bad. That's bad. So they the crash of '08 was not about credit default swaps. It was not about um, mortgages. It was about raising the value of your house to raise the tax money you pay on those houses and on that property tax, which correlated to school tax and everything else. They raised the price of your electric bill, your gas bill, your water bill, which are all taxed, and you pay more tax on those bills. So it's across the board. You bought a new car, the car doubled in price. The tax on that car doubled in price. So it's across the board. Everything, nothing goes untouched. Even inheritance tax. You pay more in inheritance tax than you did before because your value went up, but your inheritance tax went up too. So it really didn't go up. And that's the illusion. The illusion is that your value of your house went up, but it really didn't go up. I mean, the number changed. Yes, it went from say 400,000 to say 800,000, but now you're paying $6 for a dozen eggs, $5 a gallon of gas. So everything else went up. So you might be living in a more expensive house, but you're driving a more expensive car, and you have the same car that you had 5 years ago that you paid half the price for, and you live in the same house that you 5 years ago was worth half the price. but the taxes were half the price as well. So it's all a scam on society and throughout the world. I mean, this is not just the United States. This is the world. And it's because of the monetary fund, the WEP, you know, BlackRock, all these companies, they're doing it on purpose. Look, when you used to pay $35 for a cell phone, now it's $90 just for the service, and you don't even have a phone. So, it's just and you pay tax on all of that, and those taxes went up with the price of the phone and the price of the service. So it's all a scam. It's a huge government scam to get money out of your pocket. Now, what didn't go up or what didn't double? Your income, your wages, the hourly wage you work for, that didn't go up. The amount of hours you have to work went up. Um, no, they threaten your job with a Mexican on the corner. You don't want to do it, he'll do it for half the price. You live under those pressures. But now you got to pay half. You got to pay all that property tax. You got to pay the mortgage on that house, which the mortgage has interest, and you have to pay the interest on that mortgage, which is that much higher because the value of the house is that much higher. So the interest on the house and the tax on the interest is that much higher. So you're getting screwed every which way you look. And that's the bottom line, you know. And the Republic, at least the Democrats, when they raise your taxes, they tell you we're raising your taxes. But they don't do it on all the things. They don't raise the taxes on everything. They'll raise the tax on income uh, and incremental tax increases. But Republicans do it across the board, and they double the tax. They don't raise it a little bit. They double the tax, and then they blame the people. Like they blame the banks for the mortgage tax. They blame the supermarket for the higher prices. They blame the oil companies for the higher prices of the gas. Um, they blame the local authorities for your high school tax and all that stuff. But it's really the Republicans orchestrating and directing the whole thing from behind the scenes, and that's the purpose of it all. And you should know. You should know.